northwest winds currently locally about 17 knots, cloudy, low tide about 0.5, so decent amount of water. But you know what? I've even got a nice shiny torch I'll get into in a second. I cannot be bothered. I think when you stop fishing for a few days, you lose the will, the interest, the motivation at times to go and have a crack. But I really do need to get down soon, but I just could not be bothered. So that's it. So I thought I'd jump on, say a quick hello. As always, want to thank everyone that's jumped on the channel. Really appreciate it. Want to thank my Facebook subscribers, my Facebook community as well for checking out my little channel. But I've got this new duo jerkbait. It's suspending. I can't wait to go and give that a whirl. I might actually get it out of it's got 3 sets of hooks. I'll probably change the back ones to singles. It's really hard working at Tackle West Osborne Park with all the shiny new lures. Pretty much pick up one every shift. But that's stunning. Look at that. That's gonna land me a tailor. Absolutely. So it's got some little balls in there to help it cast and to make some noise. Really slim line. But I think I'll probably change that one out there for a single. I'll probably take the middle one off, and then that one there probably, I don't know if I'll do single, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to I was going to go have a throw with this afternoon, but I just couldn't be bothered. So that's suspending. So as you work that lure, that'll go down, and then it'll actually sort of like flutter. Can't really do the motion on here, but it'll actually flutter up. And the cat, no mate, the cat wants this. It's I don't think you'll appreciate the hooks. So I was going to go have a fish, but yeah, just could not get the motivation to head out. Just Monday, just feeling a bit over it. It didn't get to go out on the weekend, which was a bit crap as well, but again, that's life. So I thought I'd just jump on. We've got locally Perth, West Australia, a weekend where the droners, I'm sure they are gearing up. They are gonna full send. So I reckon the droning crew is already eagerly planning the weekend shenanigans. You've got 2 days forecast currently with easterly winds. Now, not just only the morning, but the afternoons as well. So the weekend is ready for a full send. I have no idea what I'm doing yet this weekend, but I'm hoping I'll be on the water again, being in this national fishing comp run by the Women's National Fishing League. And now my 2 children, so stoked. We're actually fishing as a family, so we're actually fishing together. It's going to be great banter. We're fishing, so it's a Shimano Minnows Junior Comp associated with the Women's National Fishing League. Jump on socials, look up Women's National Fishing League. Go and click on the link, pay $50. Join as a family. What would be? Oh, Nathan, how are you, mate? Mate, you've got to hit me up. We've got to sit down and have a chat. I've got so many local anglers I want to sit down and have a chat with, and you're absolutely on my list. So please, mate, make some time when you can. I can come to you, and we'll get this local angle chat done. I'm just going to read your message, mate. How are you? What would be your one lure if you could only choose one? Oh, right. Luckily, I read the last bit for Taylor. What would be my one? Oh, look. Okay, can I sort of do a side question? Am I fishing? There you go, how are you? Happy Monday. Nathan, am I fishing an open beach, a rock wall, or am I doing top water? Like I need more info. I'll give you my lure for those 3 scenarios because obviously I can't use certain lures around. So I'm going to say if I had to pick, what's my name? My name's Nolan. What's yours? Nathan, if I had to pick one lure, and I take away the top water, the open beach, the rock wall, it's just one lure. Right, that is. I'm going to say for Metro, and this is going to be. Hang on a sec. I feel like. Hang on, mate. I'm just going to put this one in a timeout. There they go. Okay. Open beach, maybe with some structure nearby. Cool. All right, cool, Nathan. All right, I'll go a 30-gram silver CID sprat, and I'll keep the trebles on the back of it. That'll be it. Yeah. All right, so that'll be it. 30-gram silver CID sprat. I reckon I've caught the most Taylor consistently with that. Can still cast into the wind as long as it's not over 20, 30 knots. A sou'wester. Most consistent lure, and the 21 gram of that same profile picks up skippy, flathead, herring, and again, I don't need to prove it because they actually just do work. We actually rip them across the surface when the fish are like, full on feral. We also like use them, we cast them and then we hop them. So you bounce mid-water, you get a lot of flathead come off the bottom, even skippy. But I'd have to say, for Taylor, to answer your question, though, that I would say definitely 30-gram silver COD Sprat. Really good profile, really good casting lures. I love the duo range as well. I'm very, very partial to the duo range. Absolutely amazing lures. The range is huge. I like the suspending ones because I like to, sort of work that lure, really pull down on that line. And as it's coming back up to the surface, that's where you get a lot of strikes as well. So I'm definitely, hey again there, Aussie Gamer, how are you? Happy Monday. So, man, I was going to go this afternoon. Nathan, I just can't be bothered, mate, to be honest. I can literally have no interest. I haven't fished for like, I don't know, I was asking the kids, but even though they're shaking their head, I don't even remember when we've been last. So, yeah, we'll have to get out soon. As I said, this weekend looks absolutely amazing for full sends. We've had the full moon on Saturday. The moon will start to reduce in size every morning. We've got earlier sunrises. There is a ton to look forward to. Couple of reports, but not many. Some soapy mulloway around. Still some fat snapper off the local reefs. Well past sunset. Oh, cheers. Thanks, Aussie Gamer. Appreciate it. All good. But, yeah, I think this weekend will be full sends locally. It was really quiet this weekend, Metro. Not a lot of fish reported. The full moon definitely didn't deliver. It really just shut everything down. Even the mulloway and the river, they've been getting absolutely smashed. And, again, it is what it is. The noise gets out, the word gets out, the crews head down. And, I've heard of a few confrontations of some of the crews, having a go at each other. I don't get involved in all that. All I know is that the hardcore anglers will go week in, week out. The ones that are hearing about the fish, they'll go and have a few tries. They generally luck out, which is pretty typical. When you're having a crack, you do get lucky at times, but a lot of the times you don't. And those anglers, they won't come back next season. So you just got to be respectful, I think, on the water, and that's all you can do. But yeah, the mulloway have been getting hammered in the river, but the beach has been really, really hard going. I went down yesterday just for a little look yesterday afternoon. A lot of swell, a lot of weed. But as I said, the weekend is looking good. How you going there, Sassy? How are you? Happy Monday. As I said, I just wanted to jump on say live, not fishing. But I said, Nathan, thanks for the question. Please hit me up. As I said, I can come to you. I really think you would be a great person to interview. You've obviously surpassed the 1,000 subscribers mark. You're doing content. I can see you love it. You're involving family as well. I don't want to get too personal because we're on a public chat here, but you're fishing with family, which I love, involving them in your sessions. So it'd be good to sit down and have a chat and just let people know more about your channel, Landmark Fishing Adventures, and why you do it and how you go about it. I think, how you going, James? Happy Monday. Thanks very much. Cheers. So, as I said, I've got to actually get so many reels serviced. I've been very, very lazy the last couple of months. I've been pretty slack, if I'm being honest. I do clean my reels after every session, but I think Jeb, we went last week down Frere. We've got a few herrings and a KG, but my boy was whining in my reel. And he's like, what's that noise, Dan? I said, mate, the reel's proper cooked. It needs, the bearings, like the roller bearing's gone, like it needs a service. So like I've got to probably give up a few of my reels. Oh, how you going? Happy Monday. How are we all? So I've got a lot of reels that just going to have to get put into Leif, Australia's reels. Like he's like, I don't trust anyone else with my reels but Leif. So Leif, I'll be getting them sent to you very shortly. And I think what I'm going to do in the meantime, for me personally, I've got way more rods than reels. I don't know how about yourselves out there. Drop some comments below. If you've got identical reels to rod combos. Oh, all good, hon. All good. No stress. Said I'm doing. Oh, how you going there? Happy Monday from Melbourne. I'm doing my live streams on YouTube now, but I still do have my Facebook page. You can just look up my name. And I'll do some reports there. I'll share info when I can, but I am loving my lives. I think I said yesterday, I did 2 lives yesterday. I think I got a bit crazy. I prefer this type of style of format of content. I don't really like filming and editing. I'm really lazy. I'm pretty shit at editing, to be honest. So I just like to jump on and just speak what's on my mind. And I said it's unscripted, unedited. What I say is what I say, and I like engaging. This is also a place for anyone on here also to share their feelings, thoughts, have a rant, have a cry, whatever you need to do, let it out, because letting it out is way, way more better for your own soul, for your own sanity, and your loved ones as well. So, as I said, Han, you're absolutely welcome. I don't, I know a little bit, and I'll share that little bit that I know with people. As I said, we've got the Perth Boat Show next month, absolutely pumping, frothing for that. Some of the YouTubers that are going to be in the section are absolutely huge and massive creators. So I said last year I pinched myself when I was surrounded by these individuals. Very, very humble people, by the way. Absolutely treated me with the most respect. Obviously, I acknowledge that I'm just an old dad and I'm just having a crack, and I'm sort of, representing my community and just the average person having a crack and the underdog, so to speak. But yeah, very, very humble, these huge content creators, and yeah, stoked next month. So if you are, hello, how you going? I need a bike. I haven't ridden a bike for years. That's a great, I think we should go ride. My kids have bikes, they don't even bloody ride them. Yeah.
She doesn't.
You let it out, but you had to open the window. Yeah, see. Nice one. But yeah, as I said, the Perth Boat Show, if you are in Perth, Western Australia, come down in September next month. We're going to start doing a little bit more promo now as we're ramping up towards the show. So we've probably got, I think I've got at least, the kids are going to have to help. We've got 3 or 4, 5, maybe 6 crates full of merch. So we've got hooks, sinkers, terminal tackle. We'll have lures, we'll have stickers, we'll have all sorts. It's absolutely all free. Thanks. How you going, Josh? Happy Monday. So as I said, if you are in Perth, we don't want anything for it. We don't need you to like, share, follow. None of that matters to me. Honestly, it's all just numbers. I know, if you are looking at content creating, you want to be monetized, every platform has the criteria. For me, I got really lucky on Facebook years ago and just managed to hit that number without even trying. So obviously Facebook, I just do my thing on that, and I'm happy to, posting on there. This one I'm just gonna live stream, do a bit of video stuff when I can. People jump on, fantastic. If they don't, I'm really not too bothered. I mean, I love people to jump on and engage and share their own thoughts and feelings and create a community as such. But as I said, for me, I just love chilling and chatting and obviously sharing the bits I know. But as I said, please, if you have any kids or yourself, thanks, David. Happy Monday. How you going? Please come down to the Perth Boat Show. We really want to encourage, I said, my 2 kids, I'm very, very fortunate. Happy Monday, mate. Cheers. I'm very, very fortunate. They both love fishing. I mean, I didn't really get a choice. I was actually born into it. But I really want to get young anglers, and I call them the TikTok generation, and I mean that with the utmost respect, because that's where they're getting their information from, where most of their content creators that they're following are on TikTok. We want to have these conversations with these young anglers, come through the Content Creator Hub at the Perth Boat Show. We have got a ton of free stuff. And as I said, there is no catch. There's no liking. How you going, Frank? Happy Monday. Thank you very much. Cheers. There is no, liking, sharing, tagging your mates, all that crap. Just come down, bring your kids. We've got, free terminal tackle, lures, stickers. I'm just building a collection. I'm trying to get as much as I can. Thanks very much, Bob. Happy Monday. How you going? Thank you very much. Cheers. But like I said, I'm frothing. I'm keen. As I said, we've only got really, what have we got? We've got like probably a month today. So very, very, only 4 weeks. So we're going to try to hit up some more local businesses. I'll have a little bit of secondhand products as well. Look, it's only a number, Bob. I've just quickly park the boat stuff to the side, the Perth Boat Show. I want to keep going. I'm on the Perth Boat Show stuff though, but I'll just park it to the side. I was like, Bob, it's only a number for me, mate. I don't really. I've had this channel, I think, for 5 years, but I've only just started doing my streaming again and my content the last 2 months, and I'm not really looking at it. I'm not trying to be monetized. So if that makes any sense, like I said, I've got my Facebook page, which I love. I've been doing that for years. And I just thought I'd start to do some stuff on YouTube and just see how it goes. But for me, Bob, it's just a number. Obviously, I appreciate everyone that jumps on the channel. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not really thinking about the number as such on this page. So, as I said, this channel, I should say. So I'm just doing my live streaming, sharing bits and pieces. So if you're on Facebook, you can look up my name. I've got a page there where I do some fishing, info and share bits and pieces. But again, just quickly back on the Perth Boat Show. I know I'm going on round in circles, but yeah, so if you are in the area in September, I said I'll have the dates up on socials over the coming weeks as well. I think we've got a month left. But I said we've got a ton of free stuff, and just want to make it very, very clear. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to follow on my Facebook page. You don't have to like, share, tag, any of that crap. Just come down, have a chat, meet the other huge crews. When I say huge, their channels are absolutely huge. One of the creators have actually just been involved in the film festival thing. It's absolutely insane. Their video is, oh mate, it's absolutely all good. Bob is absolutely epic. So yeah, let's have some massive creators that are going to be there. Fishing, how you going? Fishing info videos on here would be great too. Okay, Luke, great little question. Now, can I, while you're on here, before you jump off, do you want edited videos, or do you want me to jump on and do like, are you a local, mate? Like, do you want me to do like local conditions, what to expect for the coming week? Drop your comments below, Luke, because I'm absolutely more than happy to read what you've got to say. And I'm happy to do that as well. That's if that works for you, I could definitely look at doing that. Maybe like Wednesday midweek, and then as we get to Friday, because obviously Metro Perth, our conditions are so fickle, they change. They can really, just the wind being a different speed or direction can really affect your fishing. I am in WA, Lewis. Whereabouts are yourself? Anyway, so I'm going to leave the boat show stuff now, but as I said, if you can, come down to the Perth Convention Centre in September. Please come down and say hello. Bring a bag, because we've got a ton of free goodies. As I said, we will have some second-hand products as well. I get a lot of rods, terminal tackle as well, so I will make up some little packs of the second-hand products as well. If you do come down, you're welcome to that as well, all free. But as I said, I'll have plenty of free stickers, lures, terminal tackle as well. So I'll have a little bit of second-hand products that are worth handing back out to the community. I'll also have lots of free stuff. It is completely free. As I said, no catches, no liking, following, sharing, tagging, none of that crap. Just come down, say hello, and grab some free stuff if you want it. So that's the Perth Boat Show. We'll leave it there for now. But as I said, Luke, give us some more information. Send me a private message if you like. Jump on Facebook Messenger. I'm more than happy to go into... Oh, here we go. A weekly update would be great. I'm still getting used to the conditions here. Oh, okay, cool. No, that's perfect. All right. So I used to do that, Luke. I'm going to go... I always go off topic because I've got ADHD and my brain is wired that way. But I used to have a subscription page on Facebook where I did that weekly. I stopped for many... Can someone let the dog out for a sec, please? Jed, hang on a sec. Jed, can you go let the dog out, please, darling? Quickly, go now. If no one goes, yes, that's it. No fishing, quick. Sorry, just got to let the dog out. Quickly, let him out. All right, sorry, Luke. Got the kids. They're not doing what they're told. Standard, typical afternoon after school. So yeah, I used to do that, Luke, on a subscription page, which was a monthly fee of $1.50. I haven't actually shared this yet, so I'm not sure if I want to share this info, but I guess I should. So I got some real nasty threats from some individuals that were on the subscription page that jumped off and were having a go at me, charging $1.50 for that information. So it got really quite personal. And that's one reason. And another one reason too, Luke, obviously I've got my kids here. As you can see, I'm doing this live. I'm not in a studio. I'm in my house. I've got my kids to one side. I've got 3 pets there. So I'm always limited for time. So one of the reasons I stopped posting on that subscription page was because maybe, some weeks I might not have got down to the beach 2, 3 or 4 times. Look at the beach. Like I literally live on the beach. How you going there, Harley? How are you, mate? We're going for a fish tomorrow. I just messaged your dad before and said maybe tomorrow afternoon we'll go have a quick crack for some top water. I think Jed's keen to go for a fish tomorrow too. How you going, Harley? So yeah, Luke, for example, some weeks I just couldn't get down to the beach to check out the conditions, and I didn't feel, let me know, Harley, I'll speak to your dad anyway tonight. I didn't feel, Luke, that I could charge people that $1.50 if I wasn't going and getting that information and reports. And look, the other thing as well, Luke, a lot of people that were giving me reports, reliable information, not just made up crap that I could pass on, like the actual legitimate anglers going and fishing the areas, telling me how the weed was, telling me how the fishing was, where the bait was. They stopped giving me that information as my subscription page grew. So I had to make the hard decision to stop that page. So now what I do is I post on my personal page on Facebook. As I said, look up my name, jump on that, follow me on that if you like, check it out. I try to put a little bit of information on there every morning before I go to work. But I'm more than happy, Luke, time permitting when I can, to give you out information. You're welcome to private message me as well, Luke, on Messenger. Happy to give out once the kids are asleep, I generally get back to people when I can. So that's no problem at all, Luke. But I said I love the beach. I go up and down the coast, but I get a chuckle. I actually love fishing metro land-based because it's really tough. It's like you don't always catch fish. Like legitimately, you don't always catch fish. But I guess the biggest thing, Luke, the bits of information advice I could probably quickly just pass on to you now would be, no, location is like, and again, if I had the gun right here, location is about 1 or 2% of the puzzle, pieces of the puzzle. Knowing when to go and how to target that fish will catch you more fish over time than someone says, oh, I caught that fish there. Because most of our fish are schooling fish, unless you're physically fishing around some reef and structure where the bait and fish may be holding. Those fish are just going to come and go off our open beaches, first light, last light, middle of the day if we've got a tide change. So, and I'm purely just talking about beaches. The river's a whole nother ball game again. But, I think for me, the biggest key would be, knowing when to go and how to target the fish is probably, you'll be miles in front of people that are just focusing, that people that just go onto a fishing page and go, oh, where'd you catch that? You're not gonna catch fish consistently over time if you are seriously just focusing on location metro. I don't care. That's my opinion. I'm old. I'm not saying I am any good, but for me, I go certain times a year to target certain fish a certain way, and it seems to work. The kids have been getting some fish the last couple of years. They know, cheers, Luke. They know, when spring comes, we'll go down the beach. They know they're going to get into some smaller tailor. They know they're going to get flathead, sand whiting. They know when the season changes what to expect. So I think it's more knowing when to go as opposed to where to go. And then the cliche, Luke, is, if you can put all your eggs in one basket and you can only go once a week. And again, lots of working mums and dads can only fish a Saturday or Sunday. Like, I get that. I acknowledge that. That's the reality. A lot of people, I can pretty much see the water from the window. I'm I make sacrifices to live where I live, but I can literally walk to the beach. So I'm very, very lucky. So I understand and absolutely acknowledge that, people live an hour and a half away from the water. They can't just race down the water and I'm in a sook sitting here saying I can't be bothered fishing, but I could literally go fishing. I'll be down there in 10 minutes with the rod. But so I'm very, very fortunate to live where I live. I'm very, very lucky. But yes, I said, look, I can certainly start doing it if it's something that would interest you. Obviously, from next month, September, the sunrise will be before my work start time. So I generally will fish 2 or 3 times a week before work, because I don't sleep anyway. So I'm usually on the water 4 till 6, and then I head home and go to work. And then I'll usually with the kids, we'll do like 2 afternoons. So we've got a nice, good sea breeze of say 15, 20 knots, and they want to chase some tailor that we'll cast some baits into the wind. And then I'll generally do a morning with the kids. We've got a gentle east lead. We're chasing bread and butter, like herring, skippy, flathead, and stuff like that. There's lots. Once September comes, honestly, if you are only new to the state, Luke, or fishing in Perth, once we hit September, you get early sunrises, later days. How you going? How are ya? Yeah, look, winter's always harder, and I feel like I have this conversation with so many anglers, and me personally, I'm guilty of it. I sometimes just forget that it is shit, and it's so much harder to find fish, because we're just so reliant on the environmental factors, the weed, the wind, the swell, and I just think the fish at the moment don't know what the hell's going on. There's not a lot of bait holding around areas where there should be bait, but I honestly, strongly, I hope I could watch this back in a month's time, and I reckon in a month's time, I think we're all good. We're going to have bait coming in. We're going to have warm water pushing through. We're going to have a bit more consistent weather patterns. We're going to set earlier sunrises. Absolutely. We're going to have earlier sunrises, later afternoons, typical sea breezes. I think it's just, if I was to go through my fishing diaries, which are very well hidden for obvious reasons, if I was to go through my diaries, can tell you honestly, Luke, 100% that August is always my hardest month. September, I can still catch some really nice fish, as well as the smaller bread and butter stuff. But September fishes really, really well. And then I would have to say for my kids especially, they're nodding their heads, October, November are our favourite 2 months to fish. Yeah, so we call them mulloway, but dewies, that's fine. Are they more active in winter? Not necessarily, no. It depends where you are. Like, you know, you can go up the coast, even like Geraldton, Cowbarry. You can get really good mulloway or jewfish in spring. But look, if we're looking typically like metro, winter, a lot of the mulloway are more active in the Swan. You know, just around autumn, they'll start. Yeah, okay, cool. You know, sort of autumn, some of the larger mulloway will either come back in from our reefs, like from our inshore reefs, they'll come in and start hunting the beaches, and some of them will actually come out of the Swan River and head down towards Coburn, and they spawn there. A lot of boaties know that, and they go and hit them pretty hard, which is fine. They're entitled to go and hunt them, catch them. So, yeah, typically autumn we start to see some really good movement with the mulloway. The river, as I said, the river's quite alive with some metre plus mulloway and some soapies, which we sort of look at 50 to 60 centimetre range. We call them soapy mulloway. And then this, you know, we've still got probably another. Oh, really? Oh, look, I think this week, the weekend has been, Luke, was slow, but no, snapper here are quite a reliable fish to go and target for sure. You said give us a private message, and more than happy to share some info. My mate we went yesterday to to a beach with a little bit of reef, an hour out of Perth. He got a 76 snapper, he got a 62 Taylor, and he got a 60 odd centimetre flathead. So he did really well last night. So he said as that moon came up, the fish were quite ravenous. So. But yeah, there's heaps of factors, Luke. Obviously, we're still a city at the end of the day. I know it might feel like a country town compared to maybe where you're from, but, you know, we've got more fishing pressures. There's environmental factors. I just think August for me is just a slow month. You still can you can still catch mulloway in the river for another month. You still got a chance of catching a mulloway around some reef and structure, or heading, you know, an hour and a half or 2 hours either side of Perth as well. Obviously, increase your odds. But as I said, great question, great talking point. How you going there, Jamie? Didn't see you jump on. How are you? Happy Monday. As I said, just wanted to say a quick hello. Thanks for anyone that's jumped on. Really do appreciate it. As I said, currently I'll be doing streaming on here. I have got the new camera gear finally, which I'm stoked. So I have gave that a bit of a run, and hopefully be out over the next few weeks doing a few more local angle talks. Nathan from Landmark, hit me up, mate. Let's get that interview happening. As I said, if you jumped on the channel, really appreciate it. If you are on Facebook, look me up as well. Check out that page. We'd love to have you on there as well. And as I said, Monday is done. I've got to clean the tackle box out, get these reel serves. Got a lot to do this week. I think I'll just put the fishing to the side and get organised. And I reckon this weekend looks like a full send weekend. I reckon this weekend it's a droning cruise dream, I reckon, the forecast. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll pray that the weather gods are kind. Give us an actual weekend where people can go out and fish. And we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Take care. And all good, Luke. No stress. I'm just going to jump off now. But as I said, thanks for watching. Thanks for your question. Great talking point. And as I said, if you've got any questions that you need answered, just send us a private message, and I'll get back to you that evening. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Until next time, be kind, be safe, and tight lines. Cheers.